Hey, in this episode, I'm going to give you a tour of New England via hot dog. That's right, you heard me right. We're going to pop in on Fall River, Mass, Boston, and Maine, featuring some of our best. So stay tuned.
Hey, so moving right along in the month of February, which is totally dedicated to New England, we get to the episode that I've been dying to do since I started the channel, since before I started this channel, and that's hot dogs. Yep, hot dogs. Hot dogs are like big in New England. Anywhere you go in New England, you know, there's a hot dog somewhere. Hot dog stand, hot dog cart. It's hot dogs, okay? And you know what kind of sucks about living down here? Hot dogs aren't big. It's just, they're okay. So anyways, I'm going to do New England hot dogs, and I'm going to do 3 different hot dogs. The first one I'm going to do is a Flo's hot dog. And if you're a New Englander, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Even if you're not a New Englander and you've traveled up to Maine, you've probably heard about Flo's. You probably stopped right alongside Route 1 in York, Maine, and you stopped at that little red shack and stood in line and got asked how many, and you were trying, what the heck are you talking about, when you walked in. And it's an experience that you got to go through. It's well worth it. It's well worth the wait. I'm going to do the Flo's special hot dog today with the mayo and the Flo sauce and the celery salt. That's the first one. I'm going to do a hot dog that I used to carry on my menu at my coffee shop. Yep, I had hot dogs on my coffee shop menu because I could, because you can. And the one that was a real hit there was my Beantowner, which is basically my steamed hot dog with beans, crumbled bacon, and onion. And the last one I'm going to do is something I just created today. Now, we shot an episode earlier and we made some chorizo hash. And I'm like thinking as I'm making this hash, wow, wouldn't this be good on a hot dog? Well, we're going to try and see. It is. I can guarantee it's going to be good. So there we go. 3 hot dogs, 3 ways. New England style, steamed, not fried, not grilled. Yeah, they do a little grilling up there. Some places do some grilling. I'm going to steam a bun and I'm going to toast the other 2 buns. And I actually have New England buns here. You know, the ones that are cut on the sides? Yes, I got them. They sell them at the Wegmans. Anyways, I'm going to get things together and we're going to get right into our hot dogs. We'll be right back. All right, the first thing we're going to talk about when we talk about New England hot dogs are natural casing hot dogs. You know, the ones that snap, the ones that are all kind of together on a string. That's what we're going to do. Natural casing, snappy hot dogs. So I'm going to pull these apart. Now at Flo's, she's got a big pot full of hot boiling water. She boils her hot dogs. I'm going to steam these, so it's not going to be exactly like Flo's. But when you walk in that door and she's asking you how many, you better be ready because she wants to know how many you're going to have. You may be at the door. You've probably about 20 feet to go. But if you want 6, and you're probably going to need to order 6, you tell her 6, because what she's doing, she's putting 6 hot dogs in her pot. By the time you get up front, they're ready. Anyways, I'm going to put my hot dogs in my little pan here with some water. We're going to steam them, and then we're going to start assembling the hot dogs as they're done. So there we go. We get that steaming. I'll be right back. So one of the things about Flo's hot dogs is that she has her rolls nice and fluffy, steamy. So I'm going to steam a roll, but I'm not going to steam it in my little pot here. What I'm going to do, a very simple thing to do, take your roll, wrap it in a paper towel, pop it in your microwave for about 15 seconds, and you've got a perfectly steamed roll. Now I'm going to prep my other 2 rolls for my other 2 hot dogs. Now normally we would put butter on these, but I'm off the butter kick on my breads that I'm toasting, and I'm going to use my Japanese mayo. So I'm going to put a little mayo on these. I'm going to spread that out, and this makes a nice toasting, nice brown toasty finish on your rolls. So let's do that. Mayo on there, flip them over, mayo on the other side, I've got a cast iron skillet over on the stove that I'm going to heat up, and I'm going to go ahead and give a nice little toast on these. So let me go ahead and get that going. Alright, so you're probably wondering, how do you know when your hot dogs are done when you're steaming or boiling them? It's very simple. What I do is I go ahead and I prick them, and if they pop on me right away, nice little pop on them, then they're ready. And those got probably about another 20 seconds to go and we're all set. And we're going to go ahead and start assembling some hot dogs. Alright, so we're just about ready. I got some nicely toasted buns here. So I'm going to make all these hot dogs at one time. Well, not at one time, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Got a nice snap on them. Get my hot dogs in their buns. That'll be my Beantowner. This one's going to be my Chorizo Hash. And that steam bun I was talking about for Flo's, nicely steamed. Nice and soft, warm. We'll get that in there. Okay, first up, Flo's dog. Mayo and Flo's famous sauce. So I got a little mayo on there. Flo's famous onion relish. Get that on there. And a sprinkle of celery salt. There's our Flo's dog. Now, Beantowner. Get this in here. I've got my beans. Hey, and you need to go look at my recipe for beans. Boston baked beans. Because when you get leftover beans, you can be doing this. So, I'm going to go in here with my beans. And get my beans. This is going to be messy, I can guarantee. Got my beans on there. Got some crumbled bacon. We're going to be in hot dog heaven in about 2 minutes. Got some finely minced onions. I guess you know what we're having at our house tonight. I don't put a lot of onions on mine, but if you want a lot of onions on yours, go for it. And our last hot dog. Because you can. I've got to try this. I made this chorizo hash and had some left over. So I'm going to put my chorizo hash on here. Wow. That's screaming, eat me, eat me, eat me. Now, I got to go in with a little more heat on my chorizo. So I'm going to top that off with a little bit of sriracha. There you have it. Hot dogs, New England style. 3 ways. Flo's. My Beantowner. I don't know what to call this yet. Maybe I'll call it the Newport or the Fall River. I don't know. Alrighty. Only one last thing to do. But before we do that, this week's dedication, or this episode dedication, goes out to all those that ever served at NES Brunswick, Maine. Who, if you're up there right now serving, you're probably freezing your asses off up there. Cold. Flew in there one time. That's when I decided I wasn't going to retire to New England. It was so freaking cold. Anyways, here we go. And where do I start? I mean, we got to go with Flo's first. I'll take 5. 5. Wow. Flo's in a roll. You can make it at home. You can even buy the sauce on Amazon. That's where I got mine from. Alright. Beantowner. This is going to be messy. Watch this. It's going to be all over the place. Man, people are always asking for this in my shop. I want a Beantowner. Give me 4 of them. Anyways, ooh. Mm-hmm. The beans, the bacon, the onions, celery salt. Ugh. The toasted bun is happening. Boston dog, Beantowner. All right. Never had that. Can you hear that dog out there? Been barking all day long. Pain in the ass dog. He's still going. Anyways, Chorizo Hash Dog. I don't know. Write a comment. Tell me what I should name it. Here we go. That's dope. You gotta have that. You gotta make that hash. Okay, so go back to my last episode. See how to make that hash. Got some left over. On a hot dog it goes. That's smoking. You gotta have that. Anyways, hey, hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. Please hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe, and most importantly, share. And until next time, thank you.